Hello and welcome. Today is Friday of the octave of Easter. Today's story comes from the Gospel of John, and it is another one of the resurrection appearance stories. And we find the disciples, going back to kind of their way of life. They go back to doing whatever it was they were doing, and of course Peter and several others, went back to their profession of fishermen, and of course they were there fishing and not doing so good. And then, of course, this person comes forward and questions them about their catch of the day. And, of course, they said they didn't do much and didn't have much. And so he says, go out there and cast your nets out this way. And, of course, what happens? But they just bring in the biggest haul of fish. It's just amazing. And, of course, when they gather back up on the shore, there in front of them is the Lord. And, they recognize him. They recognize him. And, skeptics have often tried to challenge these appearance stories and say that, maybe these guys just weren't in the right mind, and, maybe they were just seeing ghosts or whatever. But time after time in our Gospels, towards the ends, as well as through the Acts of the Apostles, we see changed people. We see that, they, saw him, experienced him, and their lives changed. Now, they weren't the most brilliant men. They weren't the most clever men. But they saw something that was more than a ghost. They saw something real. And it enabled them or motivated them to go out and to evangelize, to spread that good news, to spread the word about Christ, the risen Christ. It wasn't about the Good Friday story. It was about the Easter story. In the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 2, one of my favorite verses, in verse 32, it says, God raised Jesus from the dead, and of this we are all witnesses. Of this we are all witnesses. I remember just reflecting on that many, many years ago and just realizing how important it was for me as a minister, for me just as a follower, as a disciple, to share that with others, to, share that thought that I am a witness. And it really has motivated my ministry throughout the years, is that's what I try to continue to do. In some way, bring Christ to others. I've often shared this, that, my kind of motto to ministry is, I love Christ, I love people, and I love bringing the two together. I don't think there's any other reason for why I do what I do. I experienced that risen Christ, and I need to share it with others. And I hope you do too. As we go through this Easter season, think about the joy that you've experienced, just the experience of Jesus, and continue to shine that to others, to share that with others. And you wonder how much of a difference it might make in not only your life, but also theirs. Always remember, God raised Jesus from the dead, and of this we are all witnesses. Have a great day.